What in the grubby fingers? Hi friends, welcome back. Let's dive into TBR of the month. It is February. I did not do one for January, but it's okay. We're doing the best we can. I wanted to gamify my TBR reads for the year. Despite my best efforts, I'm not making a dent fast enough. I have, let me just see. On my Kindle alone, I have 32. That's just actually sinking in just now. I have 32 books on my Kindle right now, downloaded as books, that are on my e-TBR. Physical TBR, I have this entire shelf. Oh, it's heavy. Hello? Why won't you spin? Is it that heavy? Look. It just keeps going. So I have my physical TBR that is 4 shelves tall. That's so overwhelming. So I have that entire shelf, and then I also have one bookshelf up here, if you can see this little crevice up here. That entire shelf is also TBR. So I clearly have a problem. Is it a good problem? Maybe. Yeah, I got books on books on books. The unfortunate thing is that I am so ADHD that I want the new shiny thing. I want the glittery thing. I want the thing Book Talk is talking about. I want to read what everybody else is reading. I'm a mood reader through and through. And the unfortunate thing that comes with that is every book that I buy with the intention of reading, if it doesn't get read immediately, it's not getting read. And it's getting put to the never-ending black hole of a TBR shelf. So, in my attempts to make a dent in my TBR in 2025, I have decided to gamify. Let's be honest, I'm like a child. If you gamify something, I will do it. So, in efforts to gamify, we have my handy dandy cauldron. And in said cauldron, I have little grab balls. Oh my God! Get back in there. In said cauldron, I have gamified the entire TBR shelf, both digital and physical. In this bucket are all of my physical TBRs. As of when I made this bucket, which was a couple of weeks ago, and I may or may not have added to the TBR shelf since then, but that's besides the point. In the bucket, I have all of the titles and the authors of the books that are on the physical TBR. For my ebook TBR, I have little slips of paper that say either specifically Kindle, or I think I have free pull. For the ones that say Kindle, I'm going to get a random wheel, and I'm going to spin the random wheel or number generator, whatever I end up doing. And then the correlating number is the one that I have to read on that actual shelf. So I've gamified this pretty well. And then on the free pulls that I have in there, it's just dealer's choice. That gives me the opportunity to be a mood reader, and I get to go and pick whatever I want. I didn't think about how I'm going to take the name off of the list once I do the free pull. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have a very limited amount of rules here. That is the most janky piece of paper. I have 4 rules. Number 1, it's a constant rotation. I have to constantly have a TBR in the rotation. It could take me 6 weeks to read the book. It could take me 3 days to read the book. It doesn't matter as long as I have it in the rotation. Once I finish, I move on to the next one. Number 2, do not force yourself to finish. If I'm not vibing with a book, I'm not gonna force myself to not enjoy it. Whether that's just not the right place, right time, and I need to put it back on the shelf and try again, or it's just not a good book and I don't know why it was on my TBR to start with. I'm not gonna force myself to read it. That way I can still enjoy the experience and I'm not picking my books for the month. Number 3 is I must try. If I pull the name, I have to try. I'm not gonna give myself like a minimum chapters that I have to require myself to read, but I'm just gonna tell myself that you have to make your best effort. And then you can decide if you want to DNF, if you want to put back on the shelf, whatever the case may be. I have to try. Last one is free draw / Kindle pick. It's not really a rule. So I have 3 rules. I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna pull 2, because my goal is to make it through at least 2 TBR books a month. If I don't achieve that, then I'm just gonna make my best effort to it. But at minimum, I wanna try to do 2 TBR books a month. That will contribute to my overall goals for the year, and I think that would be pretty easy. Also save me some money because I literally have all of these books. It's not gonna prevent me from buying more. So let's draw our 2 books for February. And then if I finish these 2 books in February, I can pull again and we'll add to said list. Here we go. Oh my God, that is probably so loud. Is it? Sorry. Really got to stir it up. Okay. And these are those little balls. This is a childhood throwback. It also just makes it so fun. Okay, let me see if you can hear it pop. It's like a cork bottle. Okay, first up for the month of February. Drum roll, please. God. Ooh, this is a good one. The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This is by Carissa Broadbent, I think. God bless. My whole back into it. What am I caught on? I don't think I'm caught on anything. I don't know why she's struggling. Did I pass it? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. This one's been super popular on Book Talk and the book community in general, so I still haven't made it to this one. So we're making do it now. That's a really good one to start with. Let me read the synopsis just in case somebody else hasn't read this. For humans and vampires, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always, always guard your heart. Oh, I'm already locked in. The adopted human daughter of the Nightborn Vampire King. These names are going to throw me here. Oraya? O-R-A-Y-A. I'm assuming that's Oraya. Oraya? Whatever. Oraya carved her place in a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kajari? A legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. But winning won't be easy amongst the most vicious warriors from all 3 vampire houses. To survive, Oraya is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Rain is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet what terrifies Oraya most of all is that she finds herself oddly drawn to him. But there's no room for comparison in the Kajari. I hope I'm saying that right. War for the Nightborn crown brews, shattering everything that Oraya thought she knew about her home. And Rain may understand her more than anyone, but their blossoming attraction could be her downfall in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. Okay, you ask me, that's a great one to start with. At least has me interested, and hopefully I'll make it through this. I would like to pull a Kinsman's acrylic bookmark to match said vibe. When I'm reading a physical book, I need a physical bookmark. I'm not trying to scrap paper or dog ear. I do be dog earing though. But I like to pull a bookmark that gives the same vibe, so let's pick one together. Let me get my entire collection of bookmarks here. Oh gosh, everything's falling. I think that's all of them. Okay. If you don't know, Kinsman's is a small business. It's Kinsman's Handmade. I can put the website down in the description below, but literally the only bookmarks that I will use. I have so many. Okay, so the overall vibes for this, I'm gonna say we're gonna go with, I think just because of the color, we're gonna go with one of her iridescents. Don't look at my grubby fingers. Let me help you out. Just because the scales of the serpent on the front are that green with like a blue rose, I think that is perfect for, hello, the iridescent green / blue. You can't see the blue. Not that it really matters to you, but I think that's the perfect one to go with. So we've got our bookmark and our book for the month. Love. It's a paddle, by the way. And let's pull one more because I want to have at least 2 that we can go between. Let's see what our next one is. I don't think you can hear me over this. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, number 2. Ooh, that's a good crack.
Say crack again.
Crack. Okay, I think this is another physical TBR. Yeah, it is. Kingdom of the Wicked. Okay, let's see. I think that one's been on my TBR for a very, very long time. Like an extremely long time. Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco, I think is how you pronounce her last name. If I'm butchering that, I apologize in advance. Let's read the synopsis. 2 sisters, 1 brutal murder, a quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance. These are good picks. Why have I not read these? Amelia and her twin sister, Vittoria, are They're that kind of witch who lives secretly among humans, avoiding notice and persecution. One night, Vittoria misses dinner service at the family's renowned restaurant in Sicily. Amelia soon finds the body of her beloved twin, desecrated beyond belief. Why do I feel like I'm reading this right now and I'm in shock? Devastated, Amelia sets out to find her sister's killer and to seek vengeance at any cost, even if it means using dark magic that's been long forbidden. Then Amelia meets Then Amelia meets Wrath, one of the wicked, who are princes of hell she has been warned against in tales since she was a child. Wrath claims to be on Amelia's side, tasked by his master with solving a series of women's murders on the island. But when it comes to the wicked, nothing is as it seems. Why have I not read these? I do need to see if we're dealing with like young adult or kind of adult or what we're dealing with. So I need to look up both of these. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's pick out our bookmark. So this is the overall vibe we have for this one. I feel like the purple is a pretty good vibe. We're gonna go with this one. Another iridescent, but it's one of their like rainbow iridescents. I just like it because it has the purple little tie on it, which purple goes with this little snake head right here. It says what happens in book club stays in book club. But it never does stay in book club. Okay, cool. So we've got our 2 books for the month. These are my try to be minimum reads for February. We'll see how that goes. If you've read either of these books, don't spoil anything, but comment down below and let me know what your rating was of the book. I would be super interested to see who liked these and who didn't like these, especially because all of my friends on here, like I feel like we all have different vibes and everybody likes different things. So if you enjoyed either of these, let me know. Let me know what your rating was. And honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty great about these choices. These are 2 good ones. Let me also see if both of these are on Kindle Unlimited. Updating your store. Hello? Okay, The Serpent and the Wings of Night is available on KU. Yeah. The Kingdom of the Wicked is available on KU as well. But it looks like book 2 is not. So that's a little annoying. And book 3. Book 3 isn't available on KU either. Hate that. I hate that. Let me take you over here to my desk. I want to see what the ratings are. So Kingdom of the Wicked, book 1 is sitting at a 3.87 rating, but that's after like 300,000 plus ratings. 3.8 for that is pretty good. So we'll see what that one's about. And then cannot type. The Serpent and the Wings of Night. Oh, 4.3 out of 500,000 plus ratings is really good. It looks like it also, what is this? Okay, so these both could go either way. I feel like The Serpent and the Wings of Night, I've heard plenty of people talk really, really highly about. 4.3 is really great. And then Kingdom of the Wicked being 3.8. I mean, I've also heard that that one's good. I think one of my friends actually messaged me about Kingdom of the Wicked. So let's see if they're adult or if they're young adult, because I need to mentally prepare myself. Is there smut? Is there not smut? Okay, wait. Carissa Broadbent actually says it's my bloody, angsty, stabby, spicy book child is now in the world. So, okay, The Serpent and the Wings of Night does have spice. So I'm happy with that. Thank goodness. Kingdom of the Wicked, I really feel like is not going to. I really feel like that one is going to be young adult. I don't know why. It's just in my gut is telling me it is. It says it's romantasy. Yeah, young adult fantasy. Okay, yeah. Kingdom of the Wicked is young adult. And I'm not mad at young adult. I don't get mad at it. I just need to know ahead of time so that I can be realistic with my expectations. Because that's the one thing that gets annoying to me is when people go into books with the wrong expectations and then they complain about the books and you're like, well, you didn't, be real. BFFR, people. So I like to go in with some sense of idea just so I can be realistic, Alrighty, well, those are our 2 for the month at a minimum. If I end up adding more, then I'll do like an update. And then at the end of the month, if I can get these finished, then I'll do another video and we'll do like an update of like how I feel, what my ratings were, and what I ended up adding to. But as a bare minimum, I am holding myself accountable with this video by saying these are the 2 books that I'm going to be finished in February. I'm not going to mood read and ignore these books. I will try my best to read them. I'm more convincing myself, not you. Accountability, accountability, accountability. As always, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for letting me yap. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.